beer tubers, I decided to open up another beer that was sent to me by Gus, and it's actually the last one in my fridge anyways. I'm going to be opening up the Timber Beast by Lazy Magnolia Brewing Company. This beer is actually straight from his state, from Mississippi, so this is going to be my first Mississippi beer, along with the other ones that were my first Tennessee beer, my first Alabama beer, and first Arkansas beer. So this has been a great series to try all these beers from the South, and it kind of reassures me that there's actually good beers down in the South. So anyways, Lazy Magnolia Brewing Company, like I said, it's from Mississippi. So this is an Imperial Rye Pale Ale. And I was like, oh, it's Imperial. So I looked on Beer Advocate because, actually no, I looked on the label here, and it said it's 9%. So this is actually a pretty strong beer, and you don't see it that much in the southern states anyways. And actually, you know what, Mississippi had a limit for all the beers in Mississippi. It was 6%. So I don't know if it was imported beers or if they couldn't make any beers that were higher than 6, so this might be a really new one, just considering the law change in Mississippi. So I'm really excited to try this, so let me go ahead and open it up and I'll show you how it is. So there aren't that many Imperial Rye Pale Ales out there, or Rye Ales, Imperial Rye Ales. Just recently, Ale Industries, which is a local California brewery, they recently made a, let's see here, yeah, it's an Imperial Rye beer aged in rye whiskey barrels, so that's a pretty fancy one, but it's kind of rare for me to see an Imperial Rye Pale Ale. This is essentially a double IPA using rye malts, so I'm going to be expecting some pretty spicy characteristics from it. Let's check the color here. It's slightly hazy, very bright orange color, minimal head. I'm going to check the aroma now. Oh yeah, the rye is definitely there. I actually could still taste the rye spice kind of characteristics from the last IPA, but yeah, the rye is there. Not as strong as I expected, but it does have the IPA characteristics to it. It smells pretty good, but it smells like it would be a 6 or 7% kind of San Diego hoppy IPA. So it does have quite a bit of the citrus characteristics in the tropical fruits, so I'm excited to try this, and thanks again, Gus. So here you go, to you. Kanpai. Whoa, that is spicy like crazy. Wow. Man, first thing I think, I don't think it tastes like 9% at all. I mean, I'm wondering, is it really 9%? Because to me it tastes like a 7% San Diego IPA. The rye is there, but it's not as pronounced as I would have expected an Imperial Rye IPA. But to me it just tastes like a very crisp, drinkable San Diego type of an IPA. This is, wow, this is actually quite enjoyable, but I can't get over how drinkable it is, just considering that it's 9%, because like I said, it tastes like I'm drinking Port Brewing's regular IPA, the Wipeout IPA. It actually kind of has that kind of taste, very crisp, very citrusy, bitter up front. Even the color itself looks like it, but yeah, for 9%, that is really drinkable. You know, I think some of us Californians need to be recognized, because this Mississippi IPA can easily compete with the California IPAs out here. I'm being straight up and honest with you. This is actually quite enjoyable, which makes me interested in seeing if we could actually get some Mississippi beers here in California, because this is actually quite good. As I'm drinking it more and more, I'm getting the rye characters more and more, so it's like, I mean, not to keep comparing and bringing up San Diego breweries, but it is like Port Brewing's Wipeout IPA with rye malts. That's really what it tastes like, and that's a really good thing, especially coming from Mississippi. Ooh, that's good, yeah. You know, as far as my rating goes, I'm gonna have to give this a straight up A-. This is really impressive. I think I'm just more impressed just because it's from the South and it can easily compare with the West Coast IPAs, especially the Californian ones. But just every trait of this beer is so enjoyable. Very well balanced, very well made double IPA. The rye kind of gives it that extra kick to it, that gives it that unique character to it. And so that's why I think having this beer in California would be really nice, because people are like, oh, let's get this double IPA, not realizing it's from Mississippi, and then they have it, they're like, oh, it has the extra rye kick, and it's like, oh, it's from Mississippi? You know, it's like, wow, this is really, really good. So, A-, borderline A for me. This is so far the best beer that Gus sent me. Anyways, it's an A-, borderline A for me for the Timber Beast by Lazy Magnolia Brewing Company. And thanks so much for watching, and thanks again, Gus, for sending it to me. And I hope you guys check out their brewery, Lazy Magnolia, and try some of their beers. So I'll see you guys in the next beer blog. Kanpai.